is up, everybody? My name's Diesel, and I am a rock radio DJ. We all know that mainstream rock radio all over the country plays a lot of Tool. I know my station does, but there's a handful of tracks that get a lot of love and a bunch of classics that don't. This is one of them, off the album Enema. I'm going to give it its full rundown today, tell you what I think. Tool, Push It. Signature groove coming in. Already with a vocal change on it.
What is this but my reflection? Who am I to judge or strike you down?
Already we're seeing this song build. It came in with that long, slow intro that sounded like flies buzzing around. I don't know if that's what they're going for. Then we had Maynard with that really thin voice, that thin vocal come in. It sounded like he was 10 feet away from the microphone, coming in over that soft, slow groove. Then it punched in with an off-time signature. It's the same kind of bass groove as to what the guitar's already doing, but they just brought it in off time. You're trying to get into the groove. You're trying, and they're like, oh, nope, we're over here now. That's what Tool's master of. Say shit on me? I know that I'm an impatient listener. You guys know that if you see my other Tool reviews. But I'm totally down with the way this is going. Oh, that's heavy as hell for Tool. They don't get that heavy that often. When they do, man, it just carries a lot more weight. I love the way this song constantly brings back the same themes. Like, you think you've moved on past it, and they bring it back in a subtle way. They don't bring it back the same way that they did. They bring it back, they tweak it just a little bit, they progress it from every single time they bring it in. Like, every step is just a little bit different. Sometimes it's a step into a more aggressive riff or aggressive way of playing the riff. Sometimes they bring it right back down to a soft, more subtle way. Like, I'm picking up every time they bring it back in. And that's truly why you got to listen to Tool over and over and over again to pick up on all these little subtle details. What are we doing here? This almost sounds like a completely different foreign song. Tell me, if you've seen Tool live a bunch of times, do they always play the song the way it's written on the album, or are they one of those bands that will jam live? Because it feels like this is like a bass line that the band could really jam. You know, you could have the drummer come out and kind of lay something down, and then you could have the guitar player come out and lay something down. Or do they not do that at all? Do they really just kind of go super atmospheric? They punch you with the first part of this particular song, and then they kind of give the whole crowd a big long breather? Or is this even a song that Tool plays live? Hard groove back in. I'm ready for it. Let's go. Oh, going somewhere else. You know what I love most about this part is, even though the band or the guitar work is going into a completely different area that we haven't seen yet in this song, the bass line is still playing that same bass roll from the beginning of that song. That bum ba 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 da da. Still the basis of what they're doing even this deep into the song when they are out there in damn left field. aggressive, and I love it.
You minimize my movement anyway. I must persuade you another way. Pushing me. There's no love in yeah, staring down the hole again. Hands are on my back again. Survival is my only friend. Terrified of what may come. Yeah, remember I'll always love you. Till I blow your fucking throat away. There will be no other way. There will be no other way.
Okay, that's it. I didn't know if they're going to come back with one more kind of punch. I didn't want it to end. Like, that song started to get chaotic and heavy and fucking awesome. Then it just kind of abruptly ends. And, like, I love that song. What is that? Almost 10 minutes on Push It from Tool. It started to lose me a little bit there in the middle. I thought maybe that part went on a little bit too long, but I also know what they're doing here. They are setting up the chaotic part at the end. That's what progressive bands do. They're not going to write you that 4-minute kind of compact song. They're going to take you into different movements and different parts of the song that you're not really expecting. So I've heard that song before. I am a Tool fan, but I've never really given it this kind of a critical listening. I kind of listen to a lot of music for the enjoyment of it, not necessarily the breaking it down like I was a musical scholar. Regardless, Tool destroying on this track. That's, I know it's a late song on the album, track, I don't know, what is it, 7, 8 on the album Enema. It's borderline perfect. I was just reacting to that song live and in the moment, not thinking about lyrics, not thinking about what he's saying. So let's get into that and see if we can figure out what the hell Maynard is saying here. Now, granted, I am probably going to get it wrong. And I know you're going to tell me if I get it wrong. But this is my first real critical read-through interpretation. If I'm wrong, tell me down below. I saw the gap again today while you were begging me to stay. Take care not to make me enter. If I do, we both may disappear. You know that I can choke until I swallow. Choke this infant here before me. What is this but my reflection? Who am I to judge or strike you down? Is he talking about the gaps in the human heart, in the human psyche, kind of the spaces in between what would be perceived as normal behavior or normal thought? But you're pushing me, shoving me. That's repeated a lot. You still love me, but you didn't need to shit on me. You didn't need to shit on me. You still love me, but you didn't need to shit on me. Okay, so now I think this song has maybe taken a different turn and I was wrong completely in the earlier song. Are we talking about a relationship that's gone bad? Are we talking about an abusive situation? Maybe a marriage? Rest your trigger on my finger. That's a fucking cool line. Rest your trigger on my finger. Bang my head upon the fault line. You'd better take care not to make me enter, because if I do, we both may disappear. Getting lost in somebody, getting lost in a negative, toxic relationship situation. I'm slipping back into the gap again. I'm alive when you're touching me, alive when you're shoving me down. This is kind of giving me like BDSM, sexual connotations. Slave, master, possibly. Again, I could be way off. I am someone I don't want to be. Push me somewhere I don't want to be. Put me somewhere I don't want to be. Seeing someplace I don't want to see. Never want to see that place again. We all got to have a safe word. Mine's Rubicon. Saw that gap again today while you were begging me to stay. Managed to push myself away, and you as well, my dear. I am totally confused. I don't know what this song is about. Maybe a negative relationship. Maybe a unorthodox sexual relationship. If when I say I might fade like a sigh if I stay, you minimize my movement anyway, I must persuade you another way. Pushing and shoving, push at me, There's no love in fear. Staring down the hole again, hands are on my back again. Surviving is my only friend, terrified of what may come. It doesn't sound like this guy has any control in the relationship. Maybe he's afraid of giving up that control. Maybe he's afraid of what happens when he goes too far into this relationship and gives up that control. Maybe he's afraid of what he's going to do. Maybe he's afraid that he's never going to be able to get it back. Remember, I will always love you as I claw your fucking throat away. Oh, this is taking a turn right at the tail end of the song. I will end it no other way. I will end it no other way. Is this somebody who's had enough of this situation? Or maybe he's the dom. Maybe he's the aggressor, and he's afraid of what is going to happen if he lets himself go down that dark path. I could be way off. Tool lyrics are notoriously difficult to decipher. If you know what this song is about, please drop it down in the comment section down below. Tell me where I'm wrong. I know that you will. Thanks for watching. I'll be back with another review here real soon on Diesel on Radio, Radio DJ Reacts.